Man, I wish I could sing, man. You can't draw it up any better than that. What's happening, good people? This is your crew. This is the Body Bodies. We are up in here in the great studio here at the Spirit Podcast at the spot, man. We're over here finna kick this thing off with the doctor's orders now. Before we get started, thank y'all for the loyal listeners that's probably not watching Astros game or that's watching us and keeping an eye over there. Really do appreciate y'all. We're going to load this thing up. I am the guy that's sitting over here speaking to y'all first. I am Dr. Keon, joined in here by the Mr. Christopher. I'm going to call you by your middle name.
Sean,
what's up, Sean?
Man, why you picking at me
Sean,
already,
like,
man?
It look like we got the same glasses on tonight.
Kind of, sort of.
Yeah,
you know,
kind of. Mine look better, though. Mine didn't cost as much as yours.
Whatever.
Yeah, you know, you got that clean money. What's up, man? You doing all right?
Oh, man, I'm good.
Yeah?
Straight like Indian hair. What about you?
Hey, man, I'm good. Shy.
what's up, -er?
What's going on?
Hello, nothing, everything.
Nothing
but everything.
She's not even, they're not even paying attention. What they're
We're
doing.
trying to get you guys to come on in and join
Yeah.
in. And once you guys join in, hey, Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Las Vegas.
Las
Once y'all
Vegas.
join in, share,
Yeah,
and invite
share.
other people.
Yeah, get us all going. Again, quick shout out to the baseball guys. Come on, y'all, do it for us. Sean want him to go on and win, so he ain't got to go work. That's what he want.
Shondo. Shoot a mosquito.
Boy, you crazy, man.
EDIE. Come
Yeah.
on, speak in tongues with me.
Yeah, he's trying to make sure that happen, man. I've been caught up watching him, and I'm not even a big fan like that, but I just been finding myself watching the games. I kind of get hypnotized into it, and I fall asleep. So that's what's been the story for me. But it's good to be up in here again to kick off some frustration, to let some frustration go.
Because y'all know Keon stay.
Yeah, I stay frustrated. Hey, and before we go too far, tomorrow is a very special day.
Let me tell y'all something.
Hey,
Please
look
don't
here.
let this man fool
Man,
y'all.
look here. What you
How
talking
old you gonna be?
Don't worry about how old I am. Hey, I might not be young as I once was.
This man right here
Don't be
is
messing with
gonna
me.
be the wonderful
55.
45.
55.
I'm not going to be 55. I'll be
45.
45. I'll be a Glock. I'm going to be like a Glock 45.
That's what. Why do you always choose the wrong things to compare?
I'm a Glock 45. I knock you down with some big bullets. Can't keep too many. Glocks don't hold too many
None
bullets.
of it sounds right.
But I'll knock you down with that big bullet that I got.
Whoa.
None of it.
I'm just saying.
Whoa.
None of it sounds like
Hey.
PG-13. Like,
No,
seriously?
hey, you can take
All
that
of it
wherever you
sounds.
want.
Just
You
stop.
You can
He gonna
take
be
it.
45, which is old as hell.
Hey, I tell you what.
Hey, hold up there, young whippersnapper. You
That's
not
right.
that- you
Call
not
me
that-
young again.
You're
That's
not
what I
that far
am.
behind
She
us.
ain't too
need
far
you.
either.
Ain't like you know spring chicken now.
I am
No.
a spring chicken, and I'm gonna continue to be one.
No, she celebrate anniversaries of her 25th birthday.
That's
is what
right,
she do
and I'm
over
gonna stay
here.
there. And
Anyway,
here's the thing.
she ain't finna steal my shine. Yes, tomorrow is the greatest day this side of heaven. It is my birthday's my day. The Lord, but hey, before we go too far, shout out to my niece. Today is my niece Ariana's birthday.
All right, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. She is 25. So I got for my 20th birthday, I got a niece, and so that's pretty cool. So shout out to her on her birthday today. Man, a lot of stuff's been going on with me, man. I got a new niece, my niece Kiana, who's named after me. She had a baby here about a few days ago. Well, let me not say that. About a month ago. So got that. Man, got a lot going on, man. You know, condolences, prayers to John Witherspoon's family, man. Bang, bang, bang. You know, that's where I get that from.
Put some hot sauce on my burrito, baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Don't go in there for 35, 45 minutes. Shout out to him.
All right, come through, Blazer. But let me
Yeah.
tell y'all something. Oh, somebody say it's lit.
Yeah.
Your ensemble is lit.
Appreciate you. You know I try every now and then.
Ever.
We also gonna take a moment to go
pocket
ahead
square.
and say congratulations to Miss Tasha.
What's
she
up,
is not
Tasha?
here. We know she is jet lagged and tired, and she was trying to get here, but see when you get little gigs like that with Mr. TP,
Yeah.
you can be late or not show up. I guess that's how that works.
Hey, Tasha.
She gonna
I
call
don't
in.
care. No, Tasha, look, I don't care who you working with. You better get on back over here, man.
Okay.
Congratulations, though, really.
Congratulations.
Really, really proud of you. Happy for you.
Congratulations to her.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Keon for making it to 45, because I'm quite sure quite a few people wanted to take him out. With that being said, what are we talking about today?
You, dude, did you hear that? Who wanted to take me out? And I ain't talking about out to doggone for food. Y'all, I got anybody out there trying to take me out? I tell you what, you better pack a lunch. Hey, I didn't look like this, baby. Look. Don't let the smooth taste fool you. Okay,
My dog.
I still got him.
Really?
Got him.
And that's how you know how old they are, because he go.
Because that's all funny to me. You come up here thinking you're going to try to mess with me. You don't know who you messing with.
Ain't nobody
Anyway, I
saying
ain't
they
finna
coming
do
up
all that.
to mess with you.
I ain't doing all that. I ain't going to do all that. I ain't going to do all that. But, man, it is good to be back up in here, man. I really want to bring up a conversation, man, that I've been seeing a lot of on social media. So if y'all out there, please join in the conversation, especially the guys. Tell us how y'all feel about this. Sneak away from the TV here for a second and join in on this one. We're talking.
I gotta do that big boy thing right here.
Yeah.
Hold on. The grown man business right here.
Sure, you stupid, man. But yeah, I really want to get into this conversation. I've had some kind of candid conversation with some people here. There's a couple of guys that I've been hanging out with about this, and so I want to talk about it. If you feel like you want to join in the conversation, ladies, please feel free as well. The number is 936-585-4627. Again, that's 936-585-4627. They're going to, girl, if you don't get that out of my face, you're going to be missing that hand. We're going to tag that down at the bottom so you all will be able to check it out.
That's called getting older.
No, this going to be calling fresh off your behind. You keep
Hello,
putting that
y'all.
paper
Hey,
around.
Alorna. Thank you guys for logging in. I'm looking at
Yeah.
some of my people. I just wanted to let y'all know we see y'all and we do appreciate y'all.
Yep.
Because you could be watching the game, but you're watching us.
Yeah.
And that's real. We appreciate that.
we
for
really
real.
do appreciate that.
Real talk.
We appreciate it.
The
big
game's still
time.
going to be on when we're done. So,
Yeah.
you're good.
Yeah, just take a break.
Yeah.
7-inch stretch, just extend it. All right, so we're going to talk about appreciation. I've been seeing these posts all over social media, man, and they've been saying something to the effect, and it's really been women that have been saying it. Some women, some woke women, yeah, some conscious women have been saying, ladies, have you shown some appreciation to your man today? And told him thank you for whatever it is that he's doing for you, that he's done. Don't get choked up over there. You'll be all right. Have you done that? And it's like,
Oh, you want me to just walk in the door and just say thank you, babe?
we
everything
do it to
we
y'all.
done?
I mean, we do it to y'all because it'll be World War III,
I'm
man.
teasing.
If
I am
you don't.
teasing.
Okay.
I am teasing.
But-
I agree.
But it's like, hey, you know what? I really do appreciate the things that you are doing and, and stuff like that. So I want to talk about that.
What do you do when you do that to someone and they don't appreciate it?
I
Because
don't
they
know.
don't know how. Because see, here's the other side of
No,
it. That requires vulnerability, and a lot of men don't like being vulnerable. You got something?
I
Does
need to find
anybody
that-
have something to say?
No.
Does it sound like
I'm trying to figure out who she talking about. I'm looking
Here's-
under the table
okay.
for another dude.
Let
Yeah.
me no, because there are some people who you can give them compliments all day, and I'm gonna just use this for a moment. It's gonna sting. You give them a compliment, and you're thinking you're building them up, but apparently you're putting pressure and expectations on them.
And I believe that a lot of that though is true. I mean, I hear it.
Sean looking at me like what's the question? What's the question?
No, listen.
What?
I'm speaking. I've been a man. Well, I was a
hope
boy.
You've been a man.
I was a boy, And when
said,
I
"I've
was a
been
boy, I thought as a boy and acted like a boy. But when I became a man, I put away them boyish things. Won't he do it? But when I was at that stage, I always the transparency now is one of those things that's very important to me.
Keon, it's because of this, man. On the other side of 40.
Y'all would know. Y'all been there.
All these
10
old
years.
shots.
Keep living. That's how I'm telling you.
Just keep that ain't how you say it. Just keep waking up.
Yeah.
Just keep waking
You
up.
acting like you ain't, a
First
couple
off,
of
don't worry
mornings
about
away
me,
from 40.
but I ain't there yet. Okay. Y'all on the other side. I'm not.
Unbelievable. Anyway, as I was saying, when you get on the other side of 40, time becomes a commodity that you don't have time to waste.
Ooh, Lord.
And so it's like things that mattered when you were, I could look at right now, things that mattered to me at 38 do not matter at all to me at 44.
That's true. I love it.
Okay? Because now, it's not like I'm planning on dying tomorrow, but at the end of the day,
You could.
not that, shut up. not that something's going to happen, but just because I'm still young. I'm not old.
Yeah.
But I'm old enough to know better now.
Yeah.
So it's like certain things you just, you have an appreciation for and an affinity for, and certain things that, if you want me to chunk you the deuces real quick, just let me see it one good time.
Yeah.
Let you do what?
He know what I'm talking about.
Let you see what? One good. Okay. See, this is what I'm talking about. It's called. This is that.
This the man code.
Yeah.
You figure it out. You'll catch it around midnight.
you'll
and shout
catch
about
I
it
didn't even
then.
hear. I didn't hear it. I missed something.
Yeah. But we want to. I just want to be. I want to be able to be me, and I guess it's one of these things that as the sun starts to set on 44, and I start to see this 45. I'm looking at. I want the transparency. I want to be me. The more I long to be who I am, you know what I'm saying? And you want to be appreciated for that. I looked up and I realized, man, I do a lot of stuff for people. But when it's like pulling teeth sometime to say, hey, man, thank you. You know what I'm saying? Waking up in the mornings. Fellas, how many times do we all have to deal with this situation? You wake up in the morning, go about your day and all this stuff, and then the lady in your life is not your wife, not whoever the significant other is, can say, you think about me today? Yeah, I did. I thought, well, why didn't you text me? What? How about you, when you wake up, how about you text me? How about you do some of that stuff? Because if I don't do it, it's not going to happen. Then you looking at me all sideways because I ain't received no text from you. And y'all got all this catchy stuff. Y'all got the whole Yaya Sister Club of the blanket people and all this stuff, and y'all are all on board.
Brandy
when we don't,
B, I need you to go ahead and call in and do something.
when we
Because let me
don't,
tell you what's not about to
I
happen.
don't even know what she's talking
this little
about.
male
I never
code
looked
thing
at
that they doing right now is not
Hey,
about
what's up, Cassandra?
to happen.
Say,
No.
dog, I feel
It's
you.
But
not
no,
a-
but what
Shun-
I'm saying, dude.
Now, when I'm talking about what I'm
dude,
saying, I'm telling you a full-on conversation that I had literally took me out to dinner. Thought we about to have us a nice dinner. I wasn't even gonna drink my wine. I love my wine. I love my wine so much. I make wine boxes. I do. But this person said, when I compliment him, it makes him feel pressured.
You don't.
You can look at me like that.
Can
Here's
because
the thing,
I can
and-
speak from that. I understand that.
Why are you saying this to me?
Because
Why is
I
all
can
this aggression
speak-
aimed at me?
because
I'm
I
just
can
Because
saying.
you're looking
speak
at me
from
like
that.
I'm speaking another language.
But I
Just
can speak
listening
from
to-
that. Listen, I get worried.
Thank you, Cassandra. I appreciate it. You can call
Who
in
is
too,
this?
honey. She's like, there's definitely a male code going on here. Like, seriously.
You'll be all right. You'll be all right. You'll be all right.
With your old ass. It's Cassandra.
I see Cassandra. I'm trying to figure out that last name.
Isadore.
Oh, what's up? But no. But I'm so serious about that, man. When it intensifies pressure on people when you
No,
are.
that's called self-esteem. Low of it.
No,
Not
it's
enough
not.
of it. Yes,
okay,
it is.
here's the problem. The problem is you ain't spent not one day being a man. That's the first problem.
Well, the other problem of that is you need to be, when you are a man and you say that's what you need and that is your quote unquote love language,
No,
then you
it's-
need to.
no.
Then you need to
God, you don't listen very well.
accept that. I listen extremely well.
No, you don't. No, you
'Cause
don't.
let me tell you
because
the
you
way the
can't
rest of
talk.
that- the
You
rest-
can't talk and listen at the same time.
Okay.
It just don't work.
I got you.
Good.
One's closed, the other's open.
Exactly. You cannot look. That's why God. Co-worker Horace Williams. Shout out to him. Horace Williams said like this. Horace said, "You need the reason you need to listen more than you speak is because God gave you 2 ears. That means you need to listen more than you speak with that one mouth that you got." That's what Horace said. And,
listening right now, and you still ain't said nothing.
Because I'm trying to put you in check.
Why you look? Okay.
Because I'm putting you in check. That's why.
Because I cuss on the other side.
But
you keep my righteous end. You keep all the cuss words back here.
Hear me though.
Las Vegas, we not scared. If you
I'm not afraid of you. I mean, is Lash even your name?
That's Brandy. That's
hey, Brandy, how are you? But I'm serious though. And you see how we derailed that situation? We're talking about appreciation, and yet you want to sit there and derail that situation and start going and talking about something else. What is so difficult, ladies, about you showing that appreciation?
I just said it.
But what is difficult about it?
I just said you tell people you appreciate them, and if they don't know how to receive it.
Okay. So what happens if you're in a relationship with a person that's like that and don't know how to receive the appreciation? Now, and I can tell you how that can happen because they ain't used to having it. Now, is this a ploy? Because, they talk and they sung, they said, come on, sir. They said, Hosanna, Hosanna. 3 days later, they killed Jesus. So when you sitting up here and you talking about, oh, you doing great. Hey, you doing great. And then all of a sudden, 3 days later, you talking about, I can't stand you. You sorry. You are this and you are that. Oh my gosh.
Come on,
so
Carla.
Somebody done got brave.
I already know it's.
I really hope this is a boy.
I hope this is a boy. I hope this is a
Carla,
woman.
you a boy.
Carla, who is this?
This is Lash Vegas.
Lord, she don't even know that's her real name. She had to guess that. What's up, Lash?
So I was calling to talk about appreciation. Okay.
Let's do it. What's up?
One.
She's so nervous.
It is difficult to show appreciation if you don't really appreciate it in the first place. So a lot of times people want to make minimum contributions.
Could you say that one more time?
Expect you to jump through.
Could you say it one more time, please?
Yes. Is my reception poor?
No. My ears are poor because Shy's over here acting up. Go ahead.
Okay. I just want to say for the record, you got 2 ears, but you got 2 lips. Okay. So what I'm suggesting is a lot of times people want ladies to be appreciative of things that should be the norm. It's difficult to show a lot of appreciation for doing what we believe men should do. So a lot of times people are like, oh, well, he opens my door.
Really
he does this thing, he does that. But then men should do that. That's the way the men in my family were raised. So, of course, we're not going to show appreciation for those small things. But at the same time, it is hard for men to accept feedback that's positive from women when they've been around women who are maybe not the highest quality, who are not used to showing that they're grateful. So that's all I got.
Hey, Lash, appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you for calling. I appreciate you. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you. You're awesome.
Fofo.
You're amazing. Thank you.
Fofo.
All right.
Fofo.
Get out of town before I make change. Hey,
What?
Sean, I can't hold myself.
Neither one of y'all can, because Sean done leaned over here and had the Holy Ghost.
She done said.
Because if we said the same thing.
Because exactly.
On the flip side of that.
Because the norm. We talk about the norm. The first problem is that I don't think we even really understand what the norms are. What these norms of whatever, these things. I don't even know if we even understand what these norms are. I believe, and again, I sincerely appreciate you for calling in. I really do. I don't agree.
Too.
I don't agree with you, and I ain't want to argue. But let me tell you this. You don't show appreciation for the things that are the norm. Fats Domino, didn't he say if you don't miss your water till your well run dry? Even that great prophetess, what's that lady's name?
Betty Wright?
No. Natalie Cole said that she catching hell. Living here alone, because it ain't the big stuff that he did. It's them real small things, and you still find yourself in an area of complaint. And you over there complaining, and now you complaining because he ain't there. How long he got to sit there and keep getting kicked? Yo, you supposed to do that. I ain't supposed to sit there and congratulate you for whatever, or pat you on the back for what you're supposed to be doing in the first place. Hey, you know what? You're supposed to be doing a lot of stuff too.
Here's the thing. Here's the catch, okay? I can't really speak from this because I am one who loves to compliment. I am a giver. I am a lover. It is who I am. Trust me. If you tell me that giving and loving on you takes something away from you, I got the other side, because I was raised by Mildred, and her daughter Belinda is my mama. And let me tell you, them two together ain't nothing to play with. So I got both sides. I got both sides. You want heads or tails? I got you. I can give you love, or I can give you the other stuff. Let me tell you what happened when that conversation happened. When he sat there in my, shut up. But I do. Yes, I will rumble in the jungle as much as I can. My thing is, I don't have a problem with showing appreciation. I have a problem with appreciation is not appreciated. I appreciate you. Don't make me feel bad because you don't know how to feel about yourself because of, like she said, you were dealing with somebody of less quality, and you done sat there and let that person get all up in your head. And now here I come. I sit in your face. I sit next to you, and I sit. I'm saying is,
I want y'all to see how this aggression has turned to me. I ain't saying nothing this whole show.
All I'm saying, we can give appreciation, but it feels really good. Thank you feels so good. Yeah. It really does.
Here is on a serious tip.
But it feels good when I give a compliment. When my son sneezes and I say, God bless you. Thank you feels good because it lets me know that I'm heard. When I say to you, babe, you know what? I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I think you're doing such an awesome job. I love when I see your name come up on my phone. Now, here's the other side of that. Why the hell you calling me? Your name came up on my damn phone. So you can get either one. I got them both. I got them both down. Did you hear how sweet it sounded? It was sweet. And then the other side of it. I'm a woman. I got it all. But if you don't appreciate it, I'm going to tell you which one you're going to end up getting the most. The silent one. Go ahead, Sean.
What you don't respect will soon escape you.
Yep.
That is the law of attraction. Understand that it's human nature a lot of times to begin to treat what is uncommon common. Mm-hmm. And I think, and it's not just a male thing talking to women. I think it goes both ways. Mm-hmm. You know, a lot of times, especially when something is new, we're very appreciative. Mm-hmm. You know, because it was uncommon to us initially. When we become used to it and the novelty of it wears off, then we have to be careful
because it becomes your new norm.
Right, it becomes normal, and we start treating it normal. And watch this: you don't understand what you have until it's absent. Greatness is never really truly appreciated until it's gone.
That's right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that's the reason why when I leave, I always say, I don't care, because she'll never be me. Well, you don't even have to understand what that phrase means at this moment.
Well, she might not.
She'll never be me.
She might
she
not.
will never be me.
She might not be you, but you know what I saw? You know what I imagined the other day? Sean, you ever seen one of your exes walking down the street with a new dude? And you look over there at that dude, bro, I know exactly what you going through. You know what I'm saying? But I'm being petty right now. Lash, let me address something, because I think that we all kind of deal with this too a little bit. You said in an earlier comment, you said that nobody has to teach me how to be a lady. I want to disagree a little bit, because they might not have to teach you how to be a lady, but they would have to teach you how to be a lady for them.
Yeah.
Because you being a lady, just being a lady, might not be the lady that fits well with that person. You understand?
That goes both ways.
And it goes there, and I was going to say the other way. Because if you were successful being a lady in your past relationship, then you would still be in that relationship. So we all got a little work to do. Okay. Again, thank you for calling. And you're right. Nobody wants to be unappreciated.
What
Thank you.
what I would say to tag team on that is that here's one of the things that getting in my more mature years.
She getting old, y'all.
I realized
Oh.
our exes. Well, and I said this before. When you get into a new relationship, that's exactly what that is. New relationship. We want credit for the stuff we worked on for the past relationship. Here's the thing.
That's real.
Here's the thing. That's what she needed from you. I'm telling you what I need from you is this. She needed you to do that. I didn't ask you to do that. I'm not asking you to do this. I need this. Can you do this? And what I realized, because we've all done it, but what I realized is that when we go into these new relationships thinking, oh, I'm ready, I've been working on myself, and I've been doing this and I've been doing that, we're not really doing that for the new person. We're doing that to please that ex. There's nothing wrong with becoming better, but I feel like going forward, when we start saying we're open to relationships, we're ready for a new relationship, we need to understand what that really means. That means I'm open to learning what it is that you
It's a new slate.
exactly need from me so that we can have a successful relationship. I'm not going to come into this relationship trying to say, well, I was doing, last person said I needed to work on this and I worked on that. What you mean that you're not happy? I'm not happy because I don't want that. This is what I want. And I think that's what we need to understand when we say, I'm ready for a new relationship.
Yeah.
I want to be in a new relationship. I'm open to being with you. We actually need to go in being ready to learn, to unlearn, and relearn.
I'm gonna use this. I'm a bit of a cologne connoisseur, and when I outgrew English leather and aqua velva,
Yeah.
that's one of the things my mom used to let me wear when I was a little boy.
Oh, you think you grown?
Yeah, when I outgrew that and would go into like the department stores and begin to test stuff, I found out that even though it smelled good in the bottle,
Mixing with
it didn't mix with my body chemistry.
That's right.
And sometimes we're expecting someone to appreciate us that just really doesn't mix with us.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
unfortunate.
And it's unfortunate. The chemistry just isn't there.
Yeah.
And what may be good for you and what may smell good to you or look good to you may not actually be good for you.
And doesn't mix well.
And doesn't mix well with you.
Yeah.
I like that. That was good.
That was good, man.
You
did
know-
some studying on that one?
Shut up, punk.
That was good. Well, I got to be all that, though.
See, I was just about to open up and let the people join you on church on Sunday. You just called him a punk. Look, wait a minute.
Yeah, get that together, boy.
But anyway,
No, but that's real, though. It is real. But sometimes, though, you try to force a situation. You try to force the situation because it just seems like, it will be pretty good. Y'all, I'm looking at Lash because Lash is over here going off. Lash, you know what? We probably should have had you up here. So she wants to refer back. I mean, a lady as far as nurturing, reciprocating, accepting, loving, that thing. Okay, I get it. And so I get it. But a lot of that you're saying, like the nurturing part, I'm sorry. I said reciprocating. That was reciprocity.
I was going to correct you. It just
I'm sorry. I mean, okay, I got it. I messed up. Okay, it's reciprocity. I get it. I told. I'm looking from over here.
I know. It's just
Whatever.
Say,
that's
man,
that old
you gotta
age.
do like I do.
No, I can't. No, I can't. If I take the glasses off, I ain't gonna be able to see that.
We
at
will
all.
invite you next time.
Yeah, we're gonna invite you over here, but
she
please
might
understand
invite
though,
you
when that light go off, hey, no mercy. Anyway, but no, understanding that though, a lot of people, because what ends up happening, and I got some people to get mad at me when I say this, you trying to use your butt as a measuring stick for everybody else. I wasn't raised in your house. Shy, Miss Mildred and Belinda, Miss Belinda.
You better get them both
they
right.
They didn't raise me.
They
You
raised.
understand?
Here's the thing. They
No,
raised
no.
my brother, and my brother and I don't. Whatever. Sean.
But the
my
point.
brother and I don't see eye to eye on everything. Let's just say that.
But the point that I'm trying to make is you can't force that person to start thinking like you. So what's important for us to do is to teach the other person how to love us.
But you know what that requires a person to be at any given time?
What?
We're always a student and a teacher. There's a moment where you're a teacher and there's a moment you're a student. That's every single area in life, in every single moment. You're either learning or you're teaching. Period. That's it.
But what happens when you have a teacher that will not give up the lecture? They will not sit down.
Or you have a sucky teacher.
Or your teacher just sucks.
Teacher, yeah.
Does not understand pedagogy.
I'm horrible in math right now to this very day.
Because your teacher was terrible.
Because I had a horrible third grade teacher that scared me out of math.
Yeah.
Because we got SWATs for all the multiplication problems we missed. So every Friday, I would try to miss school until my mama figured out I had a pattern going on. What's going on? Why you don't want us to go to school on Friday?
Right, and it happens like that. So whenever you have these negative experiences, that causes you to proceed with caution. So, look, I'm not an expert,
but that's what being open to relationships.
But
that's what that means. Deal with your cautionary issues that you're having.
But the cautionary issues that you keep having are fluid. Those things are never ever one of those things that it is just stationary. It is fluid.
It's fluid. It's in flux. Here's the thing, though. As I can use your buzzword, here's the catch. Mm-hmm. The catch is maturity.
Yeah.
Because the mature person on the side that is dealing with the trauma needs to be able to say, I have trauma.
Right.
And ready to unpack it.
And ready to unpack it.
And first off, you got to put them in a situation to where they feel comfortable enough to be able to do that.
Well, that's not always going to be ideal because that's not real life. I want to touch on what Warren said. Warren is like, the point is everybody has been reared differently.
Yes.
When a woman has a bad relationship, the next guy suffers.
Yeah,
I disagree.
Church.
Man,
now,
please,
I'm not saying
I got a theory on that, homie.
Man.
I'm gonna let you talk, but I'm gonna tell you something I
I'm
experienced.
throwing money at your doggone offering right now.
All I'm saying is that's not all. I'm not saying that's not completely true. There are moments. There have been a few people I done stung. My bad. You should have came before him.
But that's not funny though.
It's funny to me
because
I've outgrown that. But what I'm saying is,
You out of line for laughing like that. I just want you to know that.
Truth is, you should have came first. You should have showed up first. But here's the thing.
Hold on. I'm not gonna skate past it. If she's conscious of it, she can avoid it. Lash, okay.
Lash, you
tripping
wrong
now.
with you.
I do agree with some stuff that you say, but you tripping on that.
Yeah, she didn't.
Here's the other side of that. The same thing goes for women. You know how many men I'm dealing with that had their heart broken in 4th grade? 4th grade. Are you freaking kidding me? Your heart was broken in 4th grade.
Yes.
And you're
yes.
sitting up here.
Hey, check this out.
And
because
you're sitting up here, I can't
come
love.
Come on,
you
brother.
Didn't love anyone when you went
come on. Give me his name. And please do not jack me up, Sean, because you done it last time. Stephen James Dixon. Men don't heal, they hoe. We don't know how to heal.
Well,
because Lash, this whole relationship and nurturing thing, ladies, y'all, a lot of times, y'all don't be bringing that to relationship. That stuff sounds good on a Hallmark card. Yeah, I'm loving. I'm nurturing. They don't do all that.
The representative brings
the
that.
representative, yeah, for them first 6 weeks.
But when you
90 days.
when you start dealing with women who know who they are, like myself, I tell you, I have another side of me, and it's whatever, Sean. My other side exists. I am sweet. I am all those things, but nothing exists without the opposite. That is a known fact. So just like I'm really sweet, guess what I am?
That's science. I'll give you that.
I'm really, 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 really rough.
We got another call.
Lash, is this you calling us again? Probably not. Let's go. Who we got? Caller, tell us who you are. Tell us where you're from.
This is Pastor Warren E. Johnson, all the way from New Orleans, Louisiana.
That's what I'm talking about, the muddy boot. What's up, Mr. Warren? What's the deal?
He hit us for real. I believe you, Pastor. Pastor.
I've tuned in. I've eaten. I've watched y'all. I took out my plate. I've eaten some pasta. And some red gravy and with sausage and shrimp.
I ain't ate, Pastor.
Sean definitely hasn't eaten. His stomach told us before the show started.
And I just had to chime in to say, that I do agree with most of what you all are saying because it all hits home. Okay. My take on relationship matters as I deal with couples, married, single, whatever the situation is, that you cannot. And I think the young lady said something that I was reared by someone, but someone raised me, and so I can't remember who that person was, but when you have been reared by women, or you've been reared by men, whether it was a single parent home, whether it was the father and the mother, you have to look at how that person was reared. Okay.
Yeah.
That's why the dating process is so important. You would not get to know everything about a person during the dating process, but some key points, some key things that you want to really point out or go after is, how were you raised? What are your thoughts on this issue? Bring up some scenarios, because what I'm hearing from the young lady, and I think you all may have said something, is that I didn't come into a relationship to be reared by my partner.
Church.
Right.
I came into this relationship to foster this love that I have, this genuine love that I have, and the love that I have that I want to bring to my partner says two things: either we're going to do this together, or we're not. Point blank.
Yep.
Period.
Straight
And
up.
the reason
Period.
why I say this
Papa
is
said.
because, and I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. The reason why I say this is because many times, and I love my black women. I love my queens. They are beautiful, and this is no way of trying to
Let them have it.
let them. I don't want. But sometimes our black women come into a relationship with this motherly type of situation. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a mama's boy, but I'm not looking for my mama in a relationship.
Tabernacle.
Boy.
I want some qualities that my mom possessed, like cooking, like knowing how
Cooking.
to take care of the home, knowing
Yeah.
how to be the nurturer that she was, that she is. Even if she's a 21st century woman, there is a nurturing value. I'm good if you want to be an independent woman and you're strong. I'm good. I'm going to support you. But at the end of the day, we're going to need each other, because if you have a bad day, or if I have a bad day, or something happens where you need to catch my back, I need to be there for that woman, and that woman needs to be there for that man, because sometimes we go through things in life, and that man needs to know that woman has his back financially, even though he's the supporter and the breadwinner. He also, we as men also need some type of security, knowing that woman has my back, or whatever the case it is, whatever your relationship is, whether it's whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
We just
Pastor,
live in
may I
that
ask you a
world.
question real quick?
Absolutely.
Someone just stated on here. And I've asked this question many times, because we talk about men, here, Keon over here, whatever. We talk about men and what they need. Rarely are the topics and does the conversation come back over to the woman and what she needs. And
Because you keep it plastered on the freaking
okay,
billboard.
What I'm saying is, I'm doing this
totally-
because someone that's listening to him speak is responding. But I agree. Women need that too. We need those types of things. We need that security. We need to feel all those things so that we can. Because here's the thing: we come into relationships, and if you act like a child, okay, because that means I talk to adults like adults. So if I ask you something and you don't respond, and my natural instinct next is mother, and that's the one that you respond to, then you're teaching me how to communicate to you. And if that's not what you want, you don't want your mama, then then you need to approach me and talk to me. I feel like it's everyone's responsibility. Pastor, we're laughing at Keon's reaction, but I wanted to let you know that someone was responding on here as saying that how does on the other side of that, what does that look like? That's pretty much what the question is.
Okay. How does what look like? How does the
When the man
relationship?
when the man is taking care of her needs.
Oh, well, let me tell you something, and this is so powerful. Now, when you look at, let's go back to the beginning where where Eve and Satan had a dialogue in the garden. There's something significant about that dialogue. First of all, who does Satan talk to? All right, that's number one. And of course, and we've been told or trained, of course, that women are the weaker vessel, not weak as in pitiful or they can't handle their own. Weak as in their emotions. Women move toward emotions. They thrive on emotions. They thrive on words. And so Satan tells Eve, did not did God say that at the moment you eat of this fruit that you will surely die? And so he was moved to the fact that because a woman likes to see her man in power, with authority. They love that. They thrive off of that. Not that it's a bad or a good thing. But here it is. For that moment, Eve was looking out for the very best for Adam. Not just for Adam, but for herself, because she would eventually reap what he sowed. You understand?
Yes.
But the charge was given to whom?
The man.
Not just the man. You got to read. The charge was given to both of them
right,
to have
right,
dominion
right.
over everything. God gave them both dominion and authority over everything. And so now woman is equivalent to man in certain instances. Okay? So that means each person has their place. Glory to God. I feel the Holy Ghost.
Hey.
And so when we who are in relationship know what our place is, what am I to bring to this table? What is this woman's need? If you meet the need of that woman will move heaven and earth for her man.
Let me tell you something.
All right.
We'll move it.
Okay.
We'll move it all the way, Pastor.
Oh yes.
Hey,
2, 4, 5 feet.
If
However
she
many-
if she knows that he has her back, and she's secured in that, I'm telling you. Now it works both ways, because here it is. Then a man who knows that a woman has his back at the end of the day, when he's out at work and he comes home and stuff is prepared. I'm not just saying that woman is subservient to the man at all costs, because you have some strong women in this 21st century time. And so sometimes if the woman is working late, that man needs to have some dinner prepared for her when she comes home.
Let me tell you
Be
something.
ready to rub her feet. Meet her at the door.
yeah.
Meet her at the door. Carry her bag. Talk to her, baby. How was your day? I mean, and I believe we miss it in relationship because we think that we are programmed for certain things. No, this is a part of being relational. God created us to be relational. He's a relationship God. He created us to worship Him. He's about relationship. God, I feel the Holy Ghost. Woo. I done got up and started walking in the house.
Say, man, you better. Hey, man, you better.
I believe I could
cut
tell.
it out.
Good God Almighty.
I believe you. Let me tell you, because that was a word for you.
Now, and guess what? Now, I'm talking as a divorce. I've been divorced since 2005, but I know where I went wrong. I know where I went wrong.
Yeah.
I know. But when I owned up to it, when I owned up to my wrongness, every time Mad Day came, it was brought back. It was thrown back into my face, and I couldn't deal with that. I said, either we can't move on because you constantly throwing this in my face. And listen, after we've even made passionate love, the conversation came up again. You didn't ruin the whole night. So you know what I'm saying? So it's a give and take is what I'm saying, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful for this platform.
Yeah.
Y'all keep talking about this. We need
sure.
to get it out there. We need to talk about more relationships. I'll come on, y'all. I'll come on live.
We'll reach out to you. We're gonna make sure we do that.
Do that, man.
I definitely appreciate you.
Indeed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank y'all so very much. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm watching, and thank y'all for allowing me to be transparent about me. But I'm all right.
All right.
But y'all keep doing. Love y'all, man.
All right.
Take
Take
care.
care.
Thank
All right.
you.
All right.
If
Yeah,
there
man, he
be
did
one
that.
today.
If there be one today,
The doors of the
it is
church-
ours to extend,
the
yours
doors
to
of
accept
the
or
church
reject.
are open.
But if you're here, won't you come?
Come.
Listen, thank you, Pastor. I'm gonna go and say I agree with some things, but it wouldn't be right.
And that's why.
And that's why. No, it was good. No, it was good.
I feel like that was kind of amazing.
It was good. No, hear me.
He
hear
lost
me.
me. That's what church is about. That's why
But
we
hear
gotta
me,
come on
hear me,
Sundays because
but hear me.
you get lost, and
Yeah.
then they bring you back at the end if you just stay for 2 more minutes.
Yeah, if you stay there
Because
for
he
the
said
beginning,
everything you wanted to
yeah,
hear.
because it was because
no,
and there's
no.
nothing
Because
wrong
at the
with
end of
it.
the day, hold on. At the end of the day, the same thing he said is how we started talking about on the other side.
On
of
the other side of the thing, and that's what I want y'all to understand. It's just like this. Since we talk about Adam, Eve, all that stuff like that, what did David do? David, it feels like he has the strength to go out there and to kill 10,000 Philistines with the jawbone of a donkey, all because of the affection that he gets from at home. You feel like a king when you're at home. I could go out there and face the world, ladies, if I know that you got my back.
That's not always true.
Hey, okay.
And
I'm telling you from a male's perspective.
I'm telling you from a woman's perspective,
Well,
that's not always
okay.
true when it's given.
What?
When you have that,
Okay.
there are lots of people lots of men and women who don't know how to receive that.
So the problem is we don't communicate.
That's
don't
not
know.
the problem.
We don't know how to communicate, because when I come in here and I start undressing and I start telling you about certain things that I've been through, and then you start talking to me like you my mama, that man, he wanted wife, whoever that was that said that comment, you wanted wife, but I don't want you talking to me like I love my mama. Woo, I love my mama. Maxie Banks, Maxie Lee, Thomas Banks, whole government name. I love my mama. Oh, but it's just certain times that line is just like, all right, mama, you know what? We ain't gonna talk about that. It's just certain things that it's not up for discussion in that, in that realm. We're not gonna discuss that. I don't want to talk about that, because right now I need you to listen and not give me. I need you to listen, not as that, and talk to me like the mama. I don't need no mama right now. I need to understand this. You understand? I know you're never going to stop being mama. I get it. But when I'm in a relationship, I don't want my lady talking to me like she talked to her kids. It's not gonna fly well.
I wrote an article probably about a year and a half ago when I was writing. Shout out to Real Housewives of Houston, Shamir Bacon. I used to write for their magazine, and I was their male columnist. I wrote an article called "That's Not How You Talk to a Man."
Yeah.
Understand, ladies, that the old adage that says you can get a lot more flies with honey than you do vinegar, really does work. And I think in our culture, and I think my brother was kind of saying this earlier, Pastor was saying this, in our culture, we're sometimes taught to be so abrasive that we don't know how to gently handle things, and how to handle it with your innate gift, which is influence. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You don't have to try to be an authority.
Yeah, and a lot of our sisters struggle with that, man. And I understand that. I understand that life is difficult. I understand that relationships and going through. And I saw that somebody said that. And again, it can be going both ways as well. But some of the current people that we deal with or some of us are making them pay for past people that have come up in our lives, and this is very true. You know, I'm part of that crowd where I have been the victim and and the person that has caused all the stuff. I know it. I recognize that. But you have to be able to see that person as a new person, as the individual person. I just
Here's
believe
the other
that.
side of that. That teaching student moment happens again because my cousin's ex killed himself last week, right? And so our family's been going through this thing. And I am responding to a text that I probably did not really, I wasn't in the mental mind for it. My reaction to the text was not polite. It was rude. But when I recognized my wrong, I tried to come back and fix it. We have to remember on both sides that everyone is human. So in that moment, you don't know what anyone's going through. And that was literally the conversation with myself. You can't, why would you even react that way? Be polite, react properly. That's not what you would want to hear what if you the last person that they're reaching out to? And I made a long post about it. And it said, like, we don't know what depression looks like, what it sounds like. We keep looking for the person under covers, locked in their room, when it's the loudest person in the room, laughing the hardest, loving on everybody the hardest. And they could be saying their goodbyes. You have no idea what's happening and what's going on. And we have to be mindful that people are human. So even when I make a mistake, allow me to be human enough to apologize, to come back and correct it the best way that I know how. And we don't do enough of that. And I feel like all of that is learning how to communicate. If I'm starting to feel like, oh man, I shouldn't have said that to him. As a woman in a relationship, I've said some things, quite a few,
She needs to drink
that
some
I
water.
did not really appreciate saying. But once I heard what I said, I even said, man, that's kind of effed up. You didn't have to, but she didn't have to hit him like that with those words. And I'll come back. The one thing I learned, life is too short. I will come back at any time and say, look, I shouldn't have said that to you. My bad. That was not my intention. What did you hear? That was not my intention. We have to give people room and space to be human all of the time and to be able to allow us to correct our mistakes. That's part of learning to communicate. And I really think that's most of what happens in relationships. I think we argue with people. We disagree with them, and then that's it. But we don't agree to disagree. And as long as it's not messing up your morals and it's not messing up who you are as a person, growing is painful. We ache. Our bodies ache when we grow, literally. It's growing pains. And I feel like we don't do enough of growing with each other.
I'm going to say this, 2 things. Number 1, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Mm-hmm. Number 2, I think when it comes to understanding one another and communicating, this is one thing that I think ladies don't understand about men, okay? Men's ideas to us are like your emotions are to you. Mm-hmm. When you begin to belittle a man's ideas, what that does is it causes him to clam up. Now, I say that for this reason. A lot of times, the teacher in you doesn't understand the subtlety of your gift in being able to teach us the right way. Because I totally believe that either you're the teacher or the student.
Yeah.
I have been in situations where someone has taught me a grand lesson in a beautiful way. I've been in situations where somebody could have taught me the same grand lesson, but it wasn't beautiful.
Right.
It was very painful. And they didn't care. It's like, take it. Yeah. You know? Mm-hmm. And it wasn't as effective as it could have been because a lot of times we don't understand what the other needs. Just like with us, we don't understand, as silly as it may sound to us, your emotions mean a lot to you.
Right. Mm-hmm.
We throw those to the side. Yeah. Our ideas weigh way more than the emotions to us. Mm-hmm. Okay? So when we begin to look at that and we begin to understand that, I think that helps us to sometimes measure our conversations with one another, because the problem is we're talking at each other and not to each other. Yeah. That's the problem. And
it's us against the problem, not us against each other.
Yeah.
LB was saying something like they say the road to hell is paved with good intentions, and literally there's not too much that's happening good or bad in life that's not behind a good intention. People still, because they have a lack of something, they're trying to, you know what I mean, take care of a need or take care of a want. But the thing is, like Sean's saying, the other side of that is we still have the issues where we have things. Someone said it earlier. We all come with a lot of baggage that hasn't been unpacked and put away, or dropped on the dang on side of doggone streets. Now I say, them hoes tell you where to drop them off, leave them now.
I said that to myself the other day.
Let me tell you something. I believe it. When people tell you where to drop them off, you better leave them right there.
They tell you to, man.
And the same thing goes with baggage. My uncle and I were having a really deep conversation one night. And he called me. I said, I dropped all that stuff on the side of that road. You better not touch it. You better not go near it. It is contagious. It will grab onto you and you will pass it on. Yeah. The other side of what I'm saying to Sean, though, was we can learn how to talk to you. But when people have their minds made up as to how and what they're going to hear and how they're going to receive it, that's not fair. Yeah. When I'm telling you, I'm not talking, if I'm talking to you like I'm talking to Alex, trust me, you would know. Because a lot of this would be involved. But what's happening is, if I say, hey, this does this, we're focusing now on the problem, on something else that's not even what the real issue is. Mm-hmm. We create problems. And when we are trying to talk to people, and if I'm trying to talk to you and you say you talk to me like you're my mom, I'm not trying to talk to you like I don't want to be your mama. The things I do with you, I don't want to know that your mama could do them to you. That's nothing I want. That's not that you're hurting my feelings, which makes me. You're not teaching me how to communicate.
That's a good word.
I want to rope in something that Pastor Johnson just said here. I agree totally with it. Yeah. But it's a two-sided coin to that. Toxic people can destroy your emotions. They can also destroy your ideas.
Yeah, they can.
Okay, they can destroy your vision. That's a whole nother. That's a whole other show.
They can destroy that, and then you don't even. A lot of people don't. We all have some toxicity inside of us.
Sure,
and that's what the other side of that is. You don't know when your toxicity is going to be triggered to come out,
and you don't know when you're toxic to somebody else.
You don't know
exactly.
You don't know it because we don't communicate. Y'all, I know we're getting ready to wrap this thing up here real quick. I had somebody hit me up on a text line. It was a lady who's watching the show who's scared to call in. She said that. When you've had to be, and that's the problem here. But
that
in
is
and of
true,
itself,
honey. I
when you've had to be the head for so long, it's sometimes hard to let go of that role until a man shows up. It's okay to let it go after a man shows up. The spirit of discernment.
How you know a man when you see him? That's my
question.
Do you
know? That is a great question. How do you know a man when? That's another show too.
A whole nother show.
I don't. When a man show up.
But it's a man according to your definition. According to your definition of what a man is.
Well, we need, and I said this before on this show.
Is it Urban Dictionary or is it a real thing?
Right, is the Urban Dictionary the real thing? But I've always said this in relationships. When you're in a relationship with somebody else, it is important that you sit down and rewrite the dictionary to define the words that you have between you all. Because what I believe is something might not be the same.
That's called being open, like I was saying earlier. That's how you go in. When you're ready, when people say, I'm ready for a relationship, the way you know you're ready for a relationship is when you're able to sit at that table. Like I always say, you go sit at that table and you say, what is it that you need? How can I help? What do I need to do? And when you put out there when that other person responds, be honest. I can't do that. I don't know how to do that. I'm willing to learn how to do that. But that's when you know you're ready to be in a relationship. Not when, I already worked on communicating with old girl. Then you need to go back and be with old girl.
Whatever. Sean, 30 seconds, man. Tell us what you got going on.
All right. So y'all can come see me on this Sunday morning, House of the Lord Impact Center Church, 8611 Daffodil Street, located here in Houston, Texas, in the Galleria area. Service begins at 10:30. I will be ministering this Sunday. So if you want to come and hear what the Lord has to say, I'd love to see your face in the place.
Lachey.
I know he didn't.
Go on, what you got?
I have a lot going on. So you guys know I have my own studio, Lash and Brow Studio, skincare. I also do woodworking, so I have my own thing on Etsy popped up now. So I'm just back. I feel good. What do you have going on, Keon?
Hey, man, we're trying to win a football game. I'm trying to win a football game. We're playing for a position. we're already in the playoffs, but we're playing for a position here this week. You know, that's what we got going on right now. Y'all, I'm trying to get my photography business back up and rolling. Somebody made some bad decisions. I had some misjudgments, and somebody done lifted up my stuff again. But we'll be all right. We'll take care of it. The Lord gave it to us before He'll do it to us again. All right. Shout out again to Tasha in her absence. Y'all, thank y'all for joining us. Thank you for the new people that looked in and listened and all that.
Share,
like, comment, all that stuff. We'll catch y'all on the flip side. Peace.
Good night.